When I was a teenager, I lived in a very broken, dysfunctional home, and I became pregnant, and it was a very untimely pregnancy, and I was persuaded that abortion was the answer. I didn't even know what abortion was at that point. I just knew that everyone was trying to persuade me in that direction. So I went ahead and had an abortion, and it came with a lot of grief and pain and sorrow. For several years, I carried that around, and finally at the age of 22, I found my way back to faith in Jesus Christ and could hardly believe that he could forgive me for my abortion. And a weight was lifted from my shoulders as I walked through the healing process. I'd always felt unwanted because of circumstances surrounding my own birth. In 1962, my mom had been raped, and I'm the result of that violation. And so I quite possibly could have been aborted if it was legal when I was conceived. But I was not, and that's the grace of God in my life. And though I made mistakes, he found his way to my heart and to forgive me and walk with me through that healing journey. Fast forward several years later, I found my way to the Haven and went through as a participant after I'd been volunteering with the pregnancy center for a couple years, and it was life-changing. The Haven ministry was life-changing for me. Even though I had felt I had so much healing already, it was just another level of healing. One of the parts that really stood out to me was when we celebrated the lives of our children who had been aborted and acknowledged them as human beings. I can't even describe the joy in my heart as we celebrated the lives of the children. And it really is quite a process, but it's well worth the journey to recovery, and I'm so thankful for it. Without the Haven in my life, there would be an empty place. There would not be the complete recovery from my abortion that I needed. Just to know that Jesus walked with me through each and every step of the way just made me feel his love more, helped me feel a complete closure to the events of my life that led me to abortion and that led me through abortion to the other side, to where I could actually help others along their pathway. I feel that if I share my story, that it can help somebody find their way and find purpose in the pain. So the Haven is such an amazing part of Bella Vita because it changes lives, it restores, it brings redemption, it brings wholeness to people who have carried abortion for 30 and 40 years, feeling like that part I have to hide. No, we don't have to hide. We can come out into the light because God has a plan to use our lives for his glory. Because people invest in Bella Vita, the Haven ministry makes such a difference. A woman who was born as a result of rape, experienced abortions, could have been in such a worse place, but now I'm serving God's people and serving women who are broken. And it's all part of the redemption story that God has for each one of us. And Bella Vita is having a part of that in offering these beautiful retreats to help women walk through this journey to recovery. And I'm thankful to be a part of that.